So, hi, my name is Chris Pender, and this is how you actually play the game of real life. This is my friend Sherman. She's going to help me play. She helps me make games. So this is the setup. It's just the board. You need a die. You need a quarter. There's cards, near-death experience cards. We'll get to that. The rocks are the markers. And then everything, I keep track of everything on the score sheet. So, you pick a rock. Which rock would you like?
This one.
All right, take this one. So we first do this pre-game. So we flip a coin to see if we're going to be born a male or female character. So she's born male, and she's going to give herself a name. So I'm female, so I'll name myself Kaylee.
Andy.
So then we roll for the economic class we're born into.
5.
So Andy's born to a rich family.
Which means?
So you get $1,000.
Great.
And then I'm born to a poor family, so I get 0 money. So the game can start off unfair. So then you roll to see how healthy you are. So this is the role-playing aspect of the game. You're going to get and lose health until you run out of health, and when you run out of health, you're out of the game.
2.
So she starts with 2, or he starts with 2, or
Which is
20 health points.
20 health points.
And I only start with 10. So I'm poor and sickly. So that could be a problem. So now it plays like life. You just roll the die and you go down the path. And you're trying to land on the spaces that have smiley faces because that's happiness. And the player with the most happiness wins. But you're also going to get and lose health. And when you run out of health, you're out of the game. So let's see what happens.
3. 1, 2, 3. Your parents feed you organic foods, get 10 health points.
So that's good.
Sweet.
So she's got the rich parents, they can afford organic food. I could really use that. I got it, yes. So my parents feed me organic food. Now I have the poor parents, so maybe they're the hippie parents who grow their own food. And that's what I'm going to put in my diary. But I get 10 more health points, so my health went up.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh. Drunken parents beat you up, lose 3 health points.
That's too bad. But you know those martini rich people. The same thing happened to the poor kid, so it's unfortunate. So my drunken parents, my hippie drunken parents also beat me up. So I lose 3 health points.
All right, 3. 1, 2, 3. Neighborhood kids get rope and hang me. Lose 5 points. My life was spared.
Yes. So kids can be cruel. Same thing happened to me.
2. 1, 2. Drugs.
Drugs, tobacco. So for drugs, use the drug chart. So he's about, what's his name?
Andy.
Andy. So Andy is about 10 years old. And when you land on a drug, the drug is offered to you. So maybe his friend stole some cigarettes. So he's being offered tobacco. So you look at tobacco on the drug chart. And you can roll the dice, which means you take the drug or not. So if you say no, you do nothing. If you say yes, you roll the dice. You might get happiness. You might get happiness and lose health. Like you had good time, but you got a sore throat. Or if you become addicted to the drug, you lose and then you have to roll again. So it's a risk, but you might have a good time. So what's Andy going to do?
Andy is feeling like he's had a hard life and he would like to try a cigarette.
Okay.
5.
Okay.
Andy is addicted to cigarettes, to tobacco, and he loses 2 health points and must roll again. Ruh-roh.
So he's addicted. He has to roll again.
Might not have been the best choice, Andy. On his second roll, Andy got 1 happiness.
So he got 1 smiley face,
One smiley.
and he kicked the habit, so he's no longer addicted. So now he can move on. So I get my first kiss. So somebody wants to kiss Kaylee. So I flip the coin. It could be a cutie at the movie and I get a smiley face, or it's the smelly kid up the block and I lose a health point because I get cuties. So I get the cutie at the movie, so I get a smiley face.
Woohoo!
Yay, Kaylee.
6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Sex.
Sex bot.
So sex is like drugs. It has its own chart. So somebody wants to have sex with Andy. It's or not. He can say yes or no. If he says yes, he rolls. He might get health and happiness. He might get a disease, or she might get pregnant. So it's a risk, again, like drugs. So does Andy want to have sex?
Not today.
Not today? All right.
It's not feeling risky anymore.
No. So Kaylee joined a band, so I get a smiley face.
Nice. 3. 1, 2, 3.
So this is the latest computer. It costs $10 and you can buy a smiley face. Or not. It's a choice.
Well, I have $1,000 so I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah, you're rich. So you can afford the new computer.
Right.
Sex. So somebody wants to have sex with Kaylee. So maybe it's somebody in the band. She just joined a band. So maybe it's a groupie. You don't know. So it's or not. I can say yes or no. I could also have gay or lesbian sex. But I think Kaylee's straight, so I'm going to have roll the dice, and she's going to take a chance. 2. So I get 2 smiley faces and 5 health points. It's good, healthy sex.
Kaylee 1. 3. 1, 2, 3.
Extra time. So you choose what Andy does with his extra time. He can get an after-school job, make some money. He can work out, get healthier. Or he can just hang out with his friends and get a smiley face. So it's your choice.
Cool. He's feeling pretty rich and pretty healthy, so he's going to go for smileys.
All right. Now this is where the character's going to get a job. This is the job section, which I always liked in the original game. It was sort of interesting as what job you're going to get. But what I did is I tried to create different jobs than the original game. The original game, you had to be some sort of profession, like a doctor, or a lawyer, or a teacher, or a journalist. But in my game, it gets more radical. So I'm poor, and Kaylee becomes a prostitute. So it's a job. So my income is $1. I can put that here. And then I go forward 5 spaces, so I only get 1 job. And like the original game, there's paydays throughout the game. So each time you pass a payday, you get your income in your money column. So my income is 1. In my money column over here, I get $1. So Kaylee the prostitute.
All right, 5. And I am rich.
Andy's rich, so you go this way.
So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I might be rich, but my father murders an Olympic wrestler and I lose 5 health points.
Yeah. So that was John DuPont of the DuPont Corporation. So you can Google that. Those crazy rich people kind of thing. 5. Now I have to stop here. Somebody wants to marry Kaylee. So it's or not. I can say yes or no. If I say no, I roll again and move on. If I say yes, I roll the dice for these 6 things. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. So I think Kaylee would get married. So let's see what happens. Oh, so she got into an abusive relationship. So I lose half my health points. That's pretty bad.
Bummer.
Yeah.
All right, 6 for Andy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, so Andy becomes a shaman, which is actually the best job in the game. So a shaman is an artist, an activist, an inventor, a musician, a healer, a teacher. So it's anyone who's doing what they truly love. And so Andy loses all his money.
No more money.
Because it's really his parents' money. So he's kind of like the Buddha. He walked away from all his riches. And his income, whereas for Kaylee, my income was $1. his income is a smiley face. So each time he passes payday, he's going to get happiness. And that's a really good advantage. So Kaylee got pregnant. So I have to go to choices to choose whether I have the baby, put it up for adoption, or have an abortion. So I'm going to have the baby because I get 3 smiley faces, but I lose half my money. So I'm down to 50 cents.
Hard to raise a baby on 50 cents.
Yeah. And then I'm going to roll the dice in the birth room to see how long my labor is. So I have a breech birth, which isn't great, but I get a smiley face for the experience, but I lose 12 health points, which actually kills me. So Kaylee died in childbirth, which is too bad. But Andy is still alive. Now, you should have gone forward 1 space and got the smiley face.
Okay, great.
And then you could roll on.
How much happiness did Kaylee die with?
Yeah, so I have 8 smiley faces.
All right.
And so
Andy's up to 4.
Andy has to beat 8 to actually win the game. I'm still winning, even though I'm dead.
4. So we all stop here.
Right.
Okay.
So does Andy want to get married?
What are the advantages?
He might get more money. He might have great sex on his honeymoon. A spiritual ceremony, 3 smileys. New spouse has debts they didn't tell you about, lose half your money. Or an abusive relationship, which is what I got.
I think Andy's going to pass on marriage this time.
All right, so you roll the dice. Move on.
1. Ruh-roh.
So he got mugged. So he loses a health point. Okay, so I think they're going to stop there. So that's the beginning of the game like that. So if you can, choose a reward, and we can get this manufactured and get the message out there. That would be awesome. Also, if you can, if you could share this on social media, because I'm an old guy, I don't really do social media that well, so I could really use the help there.